So good morning again. Hopefully you're all enjoying your wonderful breakfast. Before we start our formal portion of the program this morning, I want to once again thank the Conference Center and their staff for their wonderful service this morning. Would also like to know, or make sure everyone knows, that we've got a 50-50 raffle going on. So if you're interested in purchasing a raffle ticket, see one of our wonderful Fathoms of Fun royalty, and then we'll draw for that at the end of this morning's program. The other special guests I'd like to welcome this morning, we're very honored to have with us the Mayor of Port Orchard, Mayor Mathis. And we're also very honored to have Mayor of the City of Bremerton, Ms. Patty Lint. I'd again like us to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Kitsap Bank, Sound Publishing Company, and Sanchez Mitchell Eastman and Cure. If you guys could stand and be recognized one more time. We also have some wonderful supporters of this morning's program. I would like to thank Burnett and Bremerton-Kitsap Access Television for recording today's event. And would like to thank Helen Jensen and the Fathoms of Fun Royalty Court for helping greet guests and sell our raffle tickets. Would also like to thank the Board of Directors for Meals on Wheels and the staff of Meals on Wheels Kitsap. If you could all stand and be recognized. We also had wonderful support from a group we call the Friends of Meals on Wheels, who volunteer and help plan events like today, so we could give them a round of applause as well. And then would also like to thank Angela Mills of Spunky's Creations for donating some beautiful necklaces to go with our awards for our awardees this morning. So without further ado, I would like to welcome up the Executive Director of Meals on Wheels, Ms. Deborah Horn.
Thank you, Carrie. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second annual Silver Plate Awards Breakfast. For more than 42 years, Meals on Wheels Kitsap has served Kitsap County communities by providing nutritious meals to seniors to help them avoid premature or unnecessary hospitalization and institutionalization. Meals on Wheels Kitsap provides a powerful socialization opportunity for millions of seniors to help combat loneliness and isolation. Through its major programs, our community dining meal sites, and our home-delivered meal programs for the medically homebound, Meals on Wheels Kitsap served 69,823 meals to 1,104 unduplicated seniors in 2014. In addition, 2,980 seniors received assistance through the organization's nutrition education and counseling services, our emergency meal program, and the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program. Volunteers are the heart of the Meals on Wheels Kitsap program, as they provide the well-balanced meals and social interaction to seniors at our community dining sites, and they deliver nutritious, healthy meals and friendly smiles to the homebound elderly and individuals with disabilities. Last year, 132 volunteers contributed 12,037 hours to our programs, an in-kind value of $277,694. As many of you know, May is Older Americans Month. It is a time when senior citizens across the country are honored for their countless contributions and sacrifices to ensure a better life for future generations. Many of these selfless individuals are often unsung heroes who work behind the scenes to make a difference in their communities. Meals on Wheels Kitsap created the Silver Plate Awards program last year as a way to honor and recognize ordinary seniors who are 60 and over in our community that are making those extraordinary differences. We are honored today to acknowledge the 2015 recipients of our Silver Plate Awards. They are Phyllis Blackwell, Sharron King, and Patricia Sparrow. Our first award recipient is Bremerton resident Phyllis Blackwell, who was nominated by Colleen Clotfelter of the Willows Retirement Community. Phyllis was selected for her many years of volunteer service to children, especially those with disabilities. Born and raised in New York City, Phyllis married and moved to Kitsap County in 1966. She was blessed with 7 children, one of whom was diagnosed with Down syndrome. When her son entered school, Phyllis became keenly aware that because of his special needs, people would tend to treat him differently. She believed that no matter what a person's disability, they can always learn and be taught appropriate behavior. Phyllis began to do research on her own and began meeting with other professionals in the school district about special needs education. She wanted to better her son's life. She became a special education teacher and taught in the Central Kitsap School District for over 22 years. She enjoyed a long and successful career teaching her son, as well as other children, to learn beyond others' expectations, to not allow their disabilities to get in their way of learning. Phyllis currently volunteers in a 3rd grade class at Pinecrest Elementary. Over the years, Phyllis also was actively involved in several organizations in the community, including the Literacy Council of Kitsap County, Altrusa, and the Central Kitsap School District's Multicultural Committee. Today, Phyllis lives at the Willows of Bremerton, where she continues to share her passion for teaching and enjoys volunteering her time and talent to the residents of the Willows and the cottages. She leads weekly craft classes where she teaches them how to make different placemats, flower vases, and beautiful flowers and gift boxes. Her love for teaching shines with her positive attitude, and she is willing to teach anyone who is willing to learn. Phyllis's motto is, "One will never leave a class without taking something home, even if it's just great conversation." I would at this time like to acknowledge that Phyllis was unable to join us today due to a medical condition, but I would like to have Carrie Eastman from Sanchez Mitchell, Eastman and Cure, who sponsored the award for Phyllis, to come up and accept the award on her behalf.
So I am honored to talk about our next recipient, Sharron King. Sharron has been a very active member of Seroptimist International of Port Orchard, a global organization for women who use their collective power to provide other women and girls with resources and opportunities they need to reach their full potential. Seroptimists volunteer their time and talent to help women and girls locally to live their dreams every day and by giving them the resources to create positive change for themselves, their families, and their communities. Over the past 26 years, Sharron has been doing just that. She's served as club president, president of the SIPO Foundation, and as chair for several committees. She founded Seroptimist's annual dinner auction, which has raised significant funds in support of the organization's work with women and girls in our community. She was instrumental in obtaining a $25,000 grant from the Emerald Queen Casino for transitional housing of domestic violence victims and their families, and most recently focused her efforts on increasing community awareness on human trafficking. She also gives of her time to assist with Seroptimist Northwest Region projects. The Fathoms of Fun Festival organization has also benefited greatly from Sharron's work over the past 25 years. She currently serves as the festival chair and is involved in major Fathoms events, including the Grand Parade, the Scholarship Pageant, the Fathoms Royalty, and more. Other community organizations that Sharron has supported include South Kitsap Helpline, Sydney Museum and Arts Association, and Kitsap Lake Baptist Church. She was honored to be chosen as the Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year in 2003 and has recently been awarded the Point of Light Award, along with others by Tim Mathis for her commitment in volunteer service. Sharron chaired the Centennial Celebration for the City of Port Orchard and was once again asked to chair the 125th celebration this fall, so she's very busy with that event as well. After retiring from CENTCOM 911 in 2006, Sharron joined the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office, where she continues until today transcribing case files for detectives. According to Leslie Burnett, who nominated Sharron for this award, they say if you want something done, give it to a busy person. That would be Sharron. She is a pleasure to work with. She's got ideas, connections, and makes things happen. She's a blessing to our community. At this time, I'd like to welcome up Jennifer Ruckman of Kitsap Bank to present the award, and if Sharron would please come forward.
Hello. On behalf of Meals on Wheels Kitsap and Kitsap Bank, we'd like to thank you for serving our community in all the ways that you do. We're honored to award you with this Silver Plate Award.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, this is quite an honor to be accepting this award amongst the other two ladies that were nominated. Sometimes I wonder, and I'll try not to be emotional because I'm tired. We just got through with a real major event over in Port Orchard. I often wonder if I'm really doing anything that's a benefit, because I'm not serving an elderly person. I'm not doing mentoring to individuals, maybe the royalty perhaps a little when they say Ms. Sharron. But I went to Kathy Garcia, the Port Commissioner, or the Port of Bremerton office manager, and I told her, I said I was really feeling down one day because of the fact that I just didn't know if I was really making a difference. And she reassured me and said, but you are. You're making a difference in the life of your community. I've served Port Orchard for long time. We moved to Port Orchard in 1988. I joined the chamber then because I had a direct mail marketing business at that time. And lo and behold, the next thing I know, I'm chairing the 100th Centennial, and I'm the new kid on the block. I'd only been there a year. So I got acquainted with Port Orchard in a big, quick hurry. Another thing that I'd like to share with you that really was important in my life is our church worked on a project with the city of Bremerton for 6 straight years, and that was omitted in my bio, by the way, but I thought about that this morning. We brought in a group of over 120-some Christian youth from all across the country to work on low-income senior homes in the city of Bremerton, and in a 6-year period of time, we re-roofed and repainted over 300 homes in the city of Bremerton. And I really applaud that. And the city worked, I believe it was through HUD, Patty, where they got all the supplies donated and everything. And these Christian kids, they come from all across the country, from back east to work. They gave up a week of their summer vacation to come to the city of Bremerton and work on senior homes. That was a joy to my heart because I saw something really making a difference in the life of someone, and that was important to me. I try to keep my hand down when someone says they need something done rather than raising it up, but sometimes it's really hard because I like doing a lot of things. If I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. When it ceases to become fun, then it's time to reevaluate what you are doing. But I'm still busy, I'm still kicking, I'm still moving, going forward. And I just want to thank my Fathoms Court and our pageant director, Helene. They're the lifeline to me. And the mayor, he's so supportive of everything that we do in our community. And for my friend Leslie, whom I've known for a very long time, thank you for nominating me. Thank you all.
Our third recipient this morning is Miss Patricia Sparrow. The Senior Companion Program, under the sponsorship of the Lutheran Community Services Northwest, trains volunteers to provide socially isolated seniors and disabled adults with companionship, socialization, trips to doctor's appointments, grocery stores, and fun activities, plus information and advocacy in addition to providing respite for caregivers. Patricia Sparrow has volunteered for the Senior Companion Program in Kitsap County since February 2001. During that time, she has been a companion to scores of frail and disabled adults living independently in their own homes. She has contributed more than 38,500 hours of service and transported her clients on more than 1,000 trips. Pat was a housewife and mother until taking her first paying job working in the infant daycare center for a local high school. After leaving that position, she became a community volunteer, working with teenage parents, teaching them parenting skills, and helping them to learn budgeting, cooking from scratch, and frugal shopping. She started one of the first clothing libraries in the area. Over the years, she was active in gardening clubs and book clubs, Boy Scouts, and Little League. Born in Yakima, Pat was one of 11 children. Today, her family is smaller. She has 4 grown children, 6 grandchildren, and is expecting 1 great-grandchild in May that may or may not have been born by now. According to Julie Kerrigan, who nominated Pat for the award, Pat loves being a senior companion volunteer. She becomes very fond of her clients and is happy to be able to help them with so much. Pat says it's really a blessing. These people wouldn't have anyone if we weren't able to come and help. They would be isolated at home, doing nothing and talking to no one. We are always making new friends. I find this work to be so rewarding. I get quite emotional about it. It's a godsend. At this time, I would like to ask Lori Maxim to come forward to present the award, as well as Ms. Sparrow.
Patricia, I take my hat off to you. You are, sounds like a very amazing woman who has done so much for our community and touched so many lives. And that's what community service is about. So thank you so much for your many, many years of dedication to our community and for touching so many people. On behalf of Sound Publishing and Meals on Wheels, we are just, I'm honored to be here and to present this to you.
He has it all taped up. I'm sorry.
give one more round of applause and congratulate our award recipients one more time. And I'd like to invite Deborah back up.
Thank you again, and congratulations again to all three of you. Wonderful women, Sharron, Patricia, and Phyllis. As you were entering the room and while you were having breakfast, I hope that you took a little bit of time to notice the video on the screen behind me and saw all of those wonderful faces of the clients that we serve, of the volunteers that provide the service, of the community support and some of the fun activities that we've been participating in over the last year. At this time, I would like to introduce Sherry Gaspar Wilson. Sherry, will you join me up here, please? Sherry is the daughter of a longtime client of ours, Wilma Gaspar, and I'm really thankful that she chose to come today and share a little bit of her story with the difference that Meals on Wheels made in hers and her mother's life. Okay, good.
Thank you for having me speak about this wonderful program. My mom lived with me for 8 years. I was her caregiver. I received information one time while attending my Alzheimer's support group on the caregiver support program. Janet became my case manager. While Janet was in my home, she mentioned I could get Mom on Meals on Wheels. So I was able to sign Mom right up. My driver was Andy. I looked forward to Mondays as I knew Andy would be delivering Mom's meals. What a nice, caring man Andy was. Meals on Wheels is such a vital program for our seniors and shut-ins who can't get out to the meal sites. In fact, my dad, some years back, used to play his guitar along with his music friends at the Firs while the residents enjoyed their meals. I came along a few times and sang with my dad. In fact, I would rather sing than stand up here and speak. My aunt even got into receiving her evening meal while she was laid up with a broken wrist. So this program benefited my aunt and my mom. Towards the end of my mom's life, which my mom passed away on Super Bowl Sunday, February 1, my best friend who's with me today, we started pureeing up Mom's meals because Mom had a chewing issue. But it was just fine with me. I knew she was getting a meal already prepared and very nutritious too. So thank you, Meals on Wheels, for having this wonderful, needed program we have here in Kitsap County. Meals on Wheels rocks. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you again, Sherry, for sharing your story about the difference that Meals on Wheels was able to make in your life and that of your mother and also your aunt. I stand here before you now to ask you to continue to support Meals on Wheels and help to strengthen our senior nutrition program. As the executive director of Meals on Wheels Kitsap, I've seen firsthand the impact that our organization makes in the community every day. I have seen that the nutritious meals, friendly visits, safety checks, and socialization that's provided in my community have a huge impact on the people that we serve. and their ability to age with dignity in their own homes and in their community. I also know that these programs have a huge impact across the country and on our nation's fiscal future. How many of you knew that 1 year's worth of our nutritious and well-balanced meals cost the same as 6 days in a nursing home or just 1 day in a hospital? With more than 10,000 people turning 65 every day, these costs just continue to escalate. A study by the Center of Effective Government showed that for every $1 that's invested in Meals on Wheels programs, there is a savings of up to $50 in Medicaid alone. This math confirms what common sense already tells me, that investing in meals for seniors keeps them healthier, happier, out of expensive healthcare facilities, and able to age in place in their homes and in their communities. I hope that I can count on you to protect and invest these programs. On your tables, there are little white envelopes that have donation pledge cards in them. I would ask that you consider making a donation to Meals on Wheels Kitsap to continue the great work that is provided in this community by our wonderful staff and volunteers every day. And in the little bags on your table are some wonderful chocolate peppermints. I hope that you take that as a small token of our heartfelt thanks for your commitment to Meals on Wheels Kitsap. Thank you. So I am at a point where we will draw for the 50-50 raffle. Did everybody have a chance to buy a ticket? And if you would like to, perhaps the girls can come around.
Okay, last call. I'm going to go ahead and draw for the raffle. The winning raffle number is 723190. There you go. Thank you all for purchasing. We sold and raised $125, so split, that's $62.50 to our raffle winner. So thank you to everyone for coming this morning. Congratulations to our Silver Plate Award recipients, and thank you for all of your service to our community. Hope you all had a wonderful time this morning, and have a wonderful day.